The heart, what do most people die of? The heart chakra is green. And most people die of heart disease. So the green color actually represents the heart energy. What is the heart energy? Love. Remember the book? Paul Pearsall wrote a book years ago about people, 20 years of heart transplant patients. And people started taking on the characteristics of the people whose heart they got. Only in relationship to certain emotions. Love, pity, compassion. Isn't that interesting? Because that's actually here. It's located here. That's why when somebody says, my heart goes out to you, it's literally true that the heart does carry that energy. And so we see in this culture, in New York City, 2 million chickens per day are killed to feed New York City. 2 million chickens per day. That's a culture that has closed its heart to pity. So therefore, people die of lack of pity, lack of heart, lack of love is essentially what's killing people. You know, even Earl Nightingale, you know, he was an amazing guy. I mean, he ranked his life a 10 in every category except for health. And he was the type of guy, oh, I can have this steak, you know, my mind's all set up, everything's perfect, and died of a heart attack in his mid-60s. And when someone dies, it's like a library's burning down. We can't afford to lose anybody, especially once you're exposed to this kind of information. This is, I mean, however this information affects you, it's all good. It's like, here, add this, add that. Because some people are into the hard style. It's like, oh, I can't have this, and I need to, you know, I really want that, but I can't have that. I really want that. I can't have that. I really want that. I really want that, but I can't eat that. But then what do they end up doing? They end up having it. It's okay. We can do those things here. So they end up battling themselves and then end up having it. Here's another approach. Here, add this. Try that. Here, you get to have this. You get to have spirulina. You get to have superfoods. You get to have coconut oil. You get to have coconuts. You get to have durian. You get to have mint leaves if you want. You get to have Pau d'Arco tea if you like that. You get to have this. You get to have that. Here, try this. Here, you want organic food? Here, try blueberries. 20 pounds. Here, try that. Instead of, oh, I can't have that, but I really want that. Here, add that. Here, you want something? Here, why don't you add goji berries in? Or here, add that. You get to have salad. Here, add green vegetable juice in. Salad. Here, add lettuce. Add organic food. I mean, just add instead of trying to take it away. You see the point of that? It's interesting, the preconceptions that come in when somebody steps in and goes, oh, I'm going to change my diet. That means I can't have this, but I can't have that, and I can't that, and can't. You can have anything you want. You can have Wonder Bread if you want. You can have Flintstones chewable vitamins. However, you can have spirulina, you know, the sacred food of the Aztecs, that 99.9999999999999% of everybody who's ever lived didn't even know that food existed. But yet you can go to any health food source right there. Boom. That was a sacred food. You can just walk down to your local store in ancient Mexico and say, okay, I'll have a little bit of spirulina and I'll have a little bit of beans. It wasn't like that. It's like a sacred, holy food. But we get it at the local store. It's ridiculous. What my work is about, actually recently, what I'm getting into, is I'm going to be bringing in all these exotic berries and foods from around the world. From like Peru, Incan berries. Wait till you try those. That's what they used to give the Incan runners who used to run the whole length of the empire. Stuff like, I mean, is that what stuff you're into? That's what I'm into. It's like, hey, Lucky Charms isn't working, so let's try something else. Right? The Outback Steakhouse, okay, that was like a brick. You know, that didn't work, so here, let's just try something else. And so why not try the best of the best? Because we live in the FedEx world today. And it's like, hey, you want to try something exotic from Peru? There you go. And it's certainly better than having, you know, McDonald's. That's where it's all flowing into. At any rate, back to the green juice thing. So we're on to the green juices because the chlorophyll is actually liquid. Thank you. Liquid oxygen. It's liquid oxygen. So what causes all disease? What heals all disease? Oxygen. That's why Shaker was like, let's all take a deep breath. And when we have chlorophyll, this is oxygen going into the system. I put in the Eating for Beauty book. How many people read Eating for Beauty? How many people have no idea what that book is? Good. That's That's one of my books. That's the latest one. At any rate, in that book, there's a study that I picked up. I inherited Ann Wigmore's personal library. Somehow, I wasn't like in her will. It just somehow ended up in my office. So I had all her notes. She, when I think of Ann Wigmore, she's like Mother Teresa energy. Seriously. And she had a study in one of her books that was never published about a guy who had done research, a doctor, done research on 1,200 patients, given them only green vegetable juice. And in every single condition that they had, and there were various conditions, everything from cancer, heart problems, multiple sclerosis, all that, she had improvements in he had improvements in every single case. I think it was Dr. Garner. It's referenced in that book. And that's the power of this. There is absolutely no condition that's irreversible. There's no situation that's irreversible. Everything, by the way, always somehow comes as a symbolic lesson of some deeper spiritual thing. I didn't buy into that when I was younger. I just thought that was like spiritual, new agey, weirdo, kuplya, gooky, weird kind of thing. And later to find out that everything that happens to us always has a deeper symbolic meaning. And interestingly enough, once you get what this deeper symbolic meaning is and correct that, whatever the condition is just goes away. Or you are guided into the information that allows that to go away. Does that make sense? That's the cutting edge of healing. It's funny. When I was a kid growing up, grew up in a doctor's office, let me tell you, by the time I was 5 or 6, I wanted nothing to do with healing or medicine. My mom, she's from Tehran, Iran. My mom's from Tehran, Iran. Unbelievable chef. Best cooked food you've ever had in your life. It might be like even some of you who are like going, well, I'm like 95% raw, but I can, eat a little bit of this. That would be what you'd want to have. And she is like absolutely phenomenal chef. My mom, my cousins, my grandmother, they used to like cook 10 hours a day for 3 days in a row. Like that much. And after seeing that when I was a kid, I was like, why would you want to do that? Let's just have fun. So I wanted to have nothing to do with medicine, healing, and nothing to do with food. See how the universe has different plans? And as much as I went absolutely every kind of way to just kind of get her away from that, and somehow here we are. It's funny. I really do believe in fate, by the way, that there's a fate that's predestined for you. And if you can listen to it and allow it to happen. See, we're taught a pattern of life that's totally unnatural for us. One thing that's beautiful about raw food nutrition is it compels you to do what you love to do. We'll find that many of our behaviors of eating the wrong food or eating things that we really know are not excellent for us, that those behaviors are related to doing things we don't like to do. Is that true? Like, I can tell you, I have friends, totally raw food diet, but when it comes to actually going to work, they got to have coffee. Because the coffee allows them to do a job they don't really like to do. It's not really in their heart or passion to do it. Does that make sense? And so just to be able, I love this saying that awareness sometimes alone is enough. Just being aware that many times our food behavior is related to doing things we don't like to do. And I'm here to tell you and invite you into a choice that you can actually make it doing only what you love to do. You can actually live that way. Because I do. But everybody told me you can't. Oh, you have responsibility, and you're supposed to be doing this, and you're supposed to be doing that, and you have to do this, and you must do that, and this is what you're supposed to do. And you know what? At some point on the raw food, I can't. That's like not a possibility for me. It's like I can only do what I love to do. That's it. Like with our band thing. It's kind of fun. By the way, I didn't play the drums for 6 years. I couldn't. I had a back injury so severe, I couldn't even sit down for more than 45 minutes in a row. And I didn't play the drums for 6 years, and I thought I'd never play again. And through the healing of raw foods, superfoods, MSM too, I have to hit MSM because that changed my life. I've been doing raw foods for years. And somebody kept coming back. And one day I said, what, God's always talking to me. I better listen to this. And so I started on it, and I was like, oh man. Within a year and a half, I had a ball of scar tissue on my back as big as a fist, dwindled down to like smaller than my thumb.